Don't be fooled, however, by small objects. They are pretty powerful. It depends on how you use it. It sounds so wrong. The Sony ZV-1 just dropped in 3 days ago. And I'm not a huge fan of these cameras. I had a look at the features. It got me thinking, it's a great run and gun filmmaking tool. Hello guys, my name is Kenway. I'm a run and gun filmmaker, and on this channel we'll be talking a lot about how to make run and gun filmmaking easy for everybody. So the obvious solution when it comes to travel run and gun filmmaking is if we have this one all-in-one device that you can just pick up and go and start recording and shooting authentic moments without you caring about how heavy your equipments are or what sort of accessories you need to add on to your initial setup to make it better. What if there's one such device out there? There is. The obvious feature about this camera is it's jam-packed with all the essential features we need as run and gun filmmakers in such a small, tiny body. Heck, someone even put it on a drone. Just to give you guys a little perspective on what exactly the ZV-1 really is, it's actually a video-centric version of this, the RX100 V. It's $300 cheaper than this camera when you buy that brand new. It has a flippy screen that flips to this side, not here, and blocks all your information. It has a better mic arrangement up here which is optimized for dialogue, and other smaller optimizations to make it a much better video capturing experience. So obviously I don't have the ZV-1 with me in my hands right now, but I'm gonna use the RX100 V as an example because the ZV-1 is based on the RX100 V in many ways. Why I think the ZV-1 makes so much sense as a run and gun filmmaker's dream tool is because of, obviously, the first thing is the size. Look how small is it. It's about the size of an iPhone, and size matters, guys. You will be intimidated when you see something big and you would feel so much comfortable when something is much smaller. This short guy has a 1.8 to 2.8 aperture lens. For a small camera, that is an impressive feat. And it has a focal range of about 24 to 70, equivalent to a full-frame 35mm image sensor. It shoots high frame rates up to 960 FPS. It has picture profiles. You can shoot it in S-Log 2 or 3 or HLG, and it has 4K 30p built right in. Ooh. And it has an ND filter built right in, so you don't have to screw extra filters in front. What does that mean? It gives you that cinematic motion blur we all crave in for. Oh, one more difference is they swapped out this pop-up flash for a new microphone arrangement optimized for dialogue. Sony says it's optimized to act a little bit like a shotgun mic, and it's pretty true based on the test footage I saw online from a lot of YouTubers. It really picks up dialogue very good, which means you don't have to plug in an external microphone up here to have better sound quality. It further contributes to the smaller package, overall package, when you take it out for filming. I'm just gonna talk a bit about the audio again because usually when I go out and shoot in people's houses, someone I just know maybe 5 minutes ago, I usually don't want to intimidate them with this big camera or audio recorder and then they get intimidated. I need to take about maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes to warm them up for them to feel comfortable talking to me on camera. Then only I can get some nice authentic audio dialogue from them. But with this thing, I could speed that tremendously because to them it looks like a normal tourist camera. Because they are not so afraid, they can talk really naturally and give me that authentic feel I want to get out from the locals who live there. That to me really matters and makes so much sense as a run and gun filmmaking tool. I'm really excited to test this out in my next run and gun project, but let's see how COVID-19 goes. This camera is insane AF, pun intended. It has an insane autofocus system. We all know how good recent Sony cameras autofocus is, and this thing has eye tracking AF system. And they have a new features, I think it's for YouTubers, it's called Product Showcase. So I think this will do a very good job when you slowly slide your camera away from the foreground object and slowly it will automatically rack focus to the person behind. This is one of the small optimizations that they brought to the new camera, which I think just makes video shooting much more seamless. I have yet to test it out, but I'm really excited about this feature. It's just gonna make filmmaking so much easier so you can focus more on your creativity. Oh, on top of that, the new ZV-1 has an electronic image stabilizer coupled with its optical image stabilizer. Definitely not as good as the ones on Panasonic. I've seen test footages online. It does a pretty good job. And if you turn on the ND filter and you want that smooth motion blur when you're moving around, I recommend you just put it on a gimbal, which is again much easier because you can use smaller gimbals that fit in your pocket. And again, the size is not intimidating. So conclusion, what are my thoughts? Well, I think this is a really nice package. It has all the essential features you need as a run and gun filmmaker in such a small and unintimidating package. And that generally makes it such a great tool for run and gun filmmaking. But of course, it has its downsides. This lens is not wide enough. It's at 24mm, so you can't really shoot that wide-angle epic view of, let's say, architecture or scenery. You can't do that with this camera. Until Sony really engineers that into the lens, that is really sad. It'll be great if it could go down to 18 or 16mm. That would be so much better. The quick solution is to strap on a wide-angle adapter, which of course pulls down the quality of the image. You gain some, you lose some. Although the low light performance of a 1-inch sensor is generally better than a GoPro and an iPhone, but it is nowhere close to the recent APS-Cs or the 35mm sensor size cameras. Even though the price is cheaper by $300 compared to RX100 V, but it's still $800 USD or 3,500 ringgit in Malaysia, which is a lot of money. That kind of money you can spend on like a nice, good condition, second-hand mirrorless camera with a good lens or an iPhone. That's the confusing part about this thing. What do you guys think? Comment below. And I'll be sharing weekly videos about how to make run and gun filmmaking easier for everybody on this channel. So thanks for watching. Remember to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell when the next video is up. And I'll see you in the next video. So goodbye!